Cameron Colvin, a former NFL player turned chairman and CEO of Camco Commercial, a multi-million-dollar commercial real estate business, who is now looking to focus on his new $2 billion fund. Cameron, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Full disclosure, I know you played for the 49ers.
Yes.
I am a Denver Broncos fan, but
Okay.
I'm sure we could still be friends here. Let's talk about your journey from football field to the boardroom. How did this evolve?
I think football is such a big business, and I was able to go to a very business-oriented college, the University of Oregon, where I was able to sit and kind of shadow people like Phil Knight, obviously the owner of Nike. So I got to see, how someone would run a billion-dollar organization very early in my, young adulthood. So I think that kind of sparked some of my entrepreneurial juices, and there you go.
Wow. So now your company is focused obviously on real estate, but tell us about the fund that you're looking to focus on 2019.
Within the fund, we've been investing for the past previous years, predominantly in real estate, but now we're taking a new leap, and we want to start giving entrepreneurs like a definite foundation to help them not only receive financing. We believe you can find money anywhere, but to add that creative value is what we want to do with the in-house marketing, business structure, and everything needed.
I just want to pick your brain because I just find it so fascinating how you got started in real estate. Like, how did you realize, hey, you know what, I really have a knack for this?
Early on in my career, when I was just a rookie in the NFL, undrafted free agent, you don't make a lot of money. So I got a pretty decent sized signing bonus, and my financial planner at the time was like, hey, real estate at this time, 2007 and 8, terrible, the market had crashed. And they said, hey, you should go put some money in on some distressed properties. So I put some cash down on some distressed properties. There was people needing cash at the time to get out of their businesses or get out of their notes. And we put some small cash down, and it literally returned for us in a couple years. I was patient. I had to learn the business along the way. And once it returned, it was like, why am I still playing football?
Wow, but how did you go from just investing in some properties to making it into this extremely successful business?
It started as an athlete. I looked at myself as a business, right? So I was getting opportunities to, do endorsement deals.
Right.
And so hold the shoe and smile, or hold the t-shirt, smile, wear this, wear that.
Right.
So I wanted to turn myself into a business. And when I did that, I started getting opportunities, and people were calling, saying, hey, that's nice. How'd you do that? How'd you do this? So I hired a couple people to kind of work directly with me. And once I started hiring people, the ideas started to come, and different mentors started to come. And so within that, I had turned myself into a business, and so then I needed to legally structure it that way. And then from there, it all just took shape. And
so where do you like for real estate opportunities today? Where do you see the next big investments coming from?
You can never go wrong with raw land. Raw land, you're able to hold it. You can pay taxes on throughout the year, but you can hold it
in the USA.
Anywhere. We're actually based. We have a base in Hong Kong as well. So we have some Chinese partners. We have some partners in Singapore. So we're very well versed, throughout the international market. But in the U.S., I like to buy raw land. We can hold it and rather lease it to another party, or we can just build and create something.
And you were saying to me before, you're diversified, right? Mm-hmm. You invested in cannabis, you invested in gold. Tell us a little bit about the diversification there.
Everything. So obviously, esports is a new big thing right now. You're talking about it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. So we're heavily in the industry right now of esports. We have a company out of the Bay Area we just invested about $8 million into, and they're going to be the next big thing. From esports, we have quick service restaurants. So we just franchised 15 different restaurants to launch within the next 2 years as well. You got your gold, you got your cannabis space. So we're very health and wellness. So our sectors necessarily don't have a short end.
Cameron, you're a young guy. You've lived out so many people's dreams of playing in the NFL. Now you're an extremely successful founder and CEO of your own company. Are you mentoring other people in the NFL or other young people?
Recently, I think it took me so long to get to that stage because I wanted to make sure I was an ironclad businessman, right? I wanted to be able to make the mistakes early on myself and kind of take those lashings early on. But now, I do get a lot of phone calls from my colleagues and partners as well. So
what's your investment advice for our viewers out there? I guess new investors and seasoned investors, what's one thing you've really learned that sticks out for you?
One thing I learned is invest in the people, right? You can always create a business structure. You can always understand, the market. You can tell if, obviously you have a unicorn on your hands, that's one thing. But I think investing in the people is probably the biggest thing, and seeing how they operate, seeing what drives them, because I always want to know the story when I sit down with a potential opportunity. Where have you gone? What hardships have you come through? Because I think that's what's made me successful today is living a life of adversity. And my biggest dream of playing in the NFL, when I got there, it wasn't what I thought it was, right? It's totally different than what you see on TV, right?
Like how so?
It's a business. It's not like being in high school or college to where, you can wake up and you have another day. In the NFL, it's, nothing's guaranteed there. So unless unless you're a superstar, nothing is guaranteed there. So you have to take a different approach and prepare yourself for the next
You
step.
get an injury and then your career might be flatlined,
Definitely.
right?
Definitely.
That's a really fascinating story, Cameron. And I guess my last question to you is, what's harder? Was it getting drafted by the NFL or investing?
NFL. Because
Really?
the numbers is always a numbers game. You talk about, there's 20,000 something college athletes and only 1% get the chance to even go pro.
Yeah.
And then the chance to stay there is very slim.
I've interviewed thousands of entrepreneurs throughout, the 10 years I've been doing this.
Yeah.
Do you think because I'm still trying to find what that common denominator is amongst entrepreneurs. What do you think it really takes to succeed?
Fearless. You have to be fearless as to be an entrepreneur, because you have to be able to take the closest people to you not believing in you, right? And that takes a different kind of character in someone.
And how do you deal with not always getting successes? I'm sure you've encountered losses throughout your career. So how do you handle that?
I think you just got to work through it, like everything else, like every problem, whether it be in a personal relationship or even in a business. You have to just continue to work through things and make it work.
Cameron, you're a true mentor to a lot of people, and you have a book out, right?
I do have a book.
Tell us a name, title, where can we get it?
Book is Never Stop. I have two. It's actually Never Stop, the 12 Principles of Success, and then we have Never Stop, The Power of Affirmations. And we're actually just launching a radio show on Never Stop Radio through Dash Radio. So it's
very cool. And you have a Netflix show out?
Oh, we do have a movie. My life story was featured in the movie When the Game Stands Tall.
On Netflix right now.
On Netflix
All right,
right
well,
now.
encourage everyone to check it out. Cameron, thank you so much, and thank you for watching. We'll have more for you.